Hello, everyone. Tomorrow we have Leviathan against Team Liquid. I want to try and do a quick preview on what to expect, what to look out for, and just kind of how the teams got here and just kind of summary of all of that stuff. So the game is tomorrow in about 24 hours time. I'm going to quickly focus on Leviathan. So in terms of their team, got Melsa, Adverso, Taco, King, Shy. Shy is the most recent to join the roster, but I can go into that in a sec as well. So Leviathan obviously came first in LATAM in terms of their points, above Crew, who also made into champs, but I'll go over them at one point. They didn't qualify for Masters 1. Basically, what happened was they got to the playoff stage, and they got to the final. This was the final best of 5. They did manage to take it to 5 maps, but when you kind of look at the maps, it was actually kind of convincing for Crew. A lot of the maps that Leviathan won were pretty close in the end. This was actually a crazy game in terms of like the comeback. So at least we know that they have mad comeback potential. But yeah, didn't quite make it on this one. And they then also go into the last chance qualifier for the LAN, where they lost 3-0 to Ninjas and Pajamas. And also again with this game, only really one map that was close. So in terms of Masters 1, not looking super convincing for them, but they did have a different player from their current lineup. So Vayaz, I'm not entirely sure how I pronounce the guy's name, I apologize. He actually got replaced after this, and Shy joined the team, right? So all of this went down, and they got in the new player. We just did a straight up switch between these two, and it definitely seems to have paid off for sure. We go into stage 2. Right, obviously, this is where they actually managed to get all their points. 300, 355, obviously 55 for coming into the final, and then 300 here, making them actually all the way qualify all the way into champs. So yeah, this was the playoffs that they previously lost previously lost 3-2 in. As you can see, very dominant with the new performance, right? We get Shy coming in. He has a great performance, top fragging for his team, and definitely more performing. Like look at some of these score lines, right? Crazy dominant from them. So definitely riding for the high of getting the new player in worked really well for them. And then them actually in the event itself doing pretty good, to be honest. Obviously, they qualified first, which means that they skipped to the group stage, so they didn't have to go for the horrendous groups. They just go straight into the playoffs. Actually, pulled off some upsets, to be honest with you. This, for sure, was a definite upset. Exet, obviously, going down to the lower bracket, playing Optic, and then having a very close game here, though. Very close game. Especially when it went to what is this triple overtime. So yeah, this is very close game. But yeah, they well, all of their games were close as well. So this is definitely the game that I got this up here. This is definitely the game I wanted to focus on as well. So this was Masters 2 as well, and this is just kind of how well this team are doing, how close it was. So first game, obviously the Fnatic win. Overtime, Ascent. This is a map that they've looked super dominant on. I'll talk about that in a bit, but they've looked so dominant on this map. And then we go into Binds, and look at this, like quad overtime. So Fnatic only just beating them here. I did think Fnatic didn't look their best, but don't let that take anything away from Leviathan. I think they looked really good, and it kind of looks like they're building up at the moment. So maybe this is a good time for them. Coming in. So yeah, that's Leviathan. That's how they got here. Obviously, all the points then, meaning that they beat out Crew. Right, let's quick look at it again. They beat out Crew. We've got 355, 325, pretty close. So they immediately just go into LAN in that first place. Then moving on to Team Liquid, we have them in the last chance qualifier. Obviously, they came 7th to 8th at Masters, didn't qualify for challenges. So obviously, I know a lot about this team. I left here. Then they got a temp coach in for challenges. They picked up Dreamus as well because Link left. So a lot of changes for them. And then after Masters, after them not qualifying, they actually got rid of Dreamus and the temp coach and picked up Emil officially. He was not the temp coach in the time for the Masters, and they pick up Dimasic as well to replace Dreamas. So that paid off for sure. They looked way better. Probably the best fundamentally we've seen them look. I would say the best individually potentially as well. When we're looking at Scream and Yampi especially, kind of really stood out for me. They had a lot of good games in this. Like they had a lot. It was relatively convincing. This was This was close. I think the Ascent game in the final was really, really important. I felt like they had a lot of good game plans, a lot of nice strats. They won a lot of pistols, so that really helped them out. So this was a convincing thing. Obviously, they went up against Mech, right? They went up against Mech in this one, and actually kind of not officially folded them, but kind of, obviously, as we have Nats say that he is making a tough decision and stepping down from the team and looking for solo offers, which I respect massively. But yeah, it's going to be sad to see them go and kind of just end how they did, for sure. So yeah, that's how Liquid qualified for the last chance qualifier. Pretty good teams there for sure as well. So, and they had they had a pretty hard run for sure as well. They pretty much had to fight off everyone. So yeah, really impressed by them. And then kind of players to watch, especially I touched on it a little bit earlier, right? Scream. He's probably having, in terms of last year's qualifier, I think that's the best performance I've ever seen him have. And obviously he's had a lot of good performances. The thing that really stands out for me again is this, right? Phoenix is back. Let's make this a bit bigger. Phoenix is back, so it's nice to see them bring back Phoenix on Ascent. They are 2-0 currently on Ascent. We're going to talk about Ascent in a bit because Ascent is the map I am really excited for. So Scream, definitely the person to watch out for me. Current IGL as well. So current IGL, so he's fragging, entering, IGLing. He's doing a lot at the moment, so a lot of eyes on him, a lot of pressure on him. But the most experienced player in the team, so he's the person to be able to handle it for sure. And yeah, again, especially in the fragging department, Raze is still the Raze is looking better game after game for sure. But if you're just kind of looking on a stats-based level and even just the eye test, the Raze still isn't as comfortable as the other two. So I'd be interesting to see if we switch to some of these more, right? Maybe we see a bit more Jet and Phoenix and less Raze, because it is quite a significant difference in terms of his Raze performance in these. So yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that in the games. And then over for Leviatán, kind of his counterpart, right? In terms of IGL entry as well, right? So we got King IGL entry as well, doing a similar kind of thing. Actually, playing the KO as well sometimes. So the reason why I've kind of highlighted King, obviously I think he really needs to step up if Leviatán are going to win this. His KD hasn't been the best recently, and he's probably going to need to step that up. And if the thing is, if he can perform, if he can get a lot of first kills against Liquid, that is the thing that will push them over the edge. So that's what I'm looking out for. I want King to come out strong. I want the mid rounding to be good. And yeah, I'm just interested to see his entering. And what kind of, to be honest, it's been so long since we've seen these guys play. I'm kind of interested to see what agents they're going to be bringing out. And then two more players I want to highlight. Again, just kind of going over towards the trend of just keeping the players on the teams that are similar. We've got Yampy, who's now full-time Chamber. Something that I like a lot for sure. There's always been a weird balance between Yampy and Nivera. They decided that Yampy, honestly, with how Yampy likes to play on the attack side, I think this makes a lot of sense. He has so much more freedom. He plays the game the most out of everyone on Liquid, so for him to be on an agent that relies on hitting shots, I think this is great. Chamber nerf is in this patch. I don't think it's going to change anything, straight up. I don't think it's going to change anything. I think the nerf wasn't enough. You still have the get out of jail free card, right? You can still TP away. So I don't see much difference here. I reckon he's going to be playing this, to be honest, in every single map. Yeah, maybe we see a few different ones, but honestly, I don't think the changes are different. He's been playing great though. Big clutches, big KDs, big fast kills as well. So many fast kills, fast deaths. He's really coming out on top. And he's probably the most, apart from maybe like EA on Optic, feels like he gets the most on attack from the chamber. So I'm excited to see that because he operates a lot on the attack side in comparison to pretty much every other team in the world. I would say that Yampy operates on attack the most out of any player I've seen. And then on the opposite side, we have Taco, who has looked great as well. Chamber only player as well. Again, Chamber enough. Not sure we're going to see anything be different here. He looks super comfortable on it. I reckon we don't see any changes from both of these. Maybe one map, maybe one or two maps. That's about it. That's all I can see. So yeah, it's going to be a good chamber off. See how these two go. Taco, in my mind, looks incredibly comfortable on Ascent. And I think Leviathan in general just look crazy confident on Ascent, which actually brings me over to the maps in terms of what I want to see. One thing that I do want to point out is Liquid, obviously last chance qualifier, right? So they haven't had many days to play, right? Let's actually double check when was the last time they played. Okay, so they played on the 14th, right? So they have not had long at all, and we have to remember that you are flying to the event. So you're flying to the event, you do a lot of media days. There's a lot of media days. It's going to take about 2 of your days out when you're actually at the event. So maybe you don't have as much time as you originally thought to kind of change everything up. And with the new map, obviously minus split plus Pearl, right? You guys get the idea. Plus Pearl, having this is going to change a lot. Being a team that doesn't have, obviously Leviathan has a lot of time since their last game. Let's look at them. When was their last game? Okay, look at that. Yeah, we've got like a whole month's different here. So they've got a lot of time to be prepping, especially Pearl. So I'm going to be interested to see if, first of all, what's Liquid banning, right? Liquid might be banning Pearl. This is probably too big, but it's fine. Liquid could either ban Pearl. Their bind hasn't looked too strong. Their fracture looks maybe a little bit questionable as well. So that's like 3 maps where Liquid could potentially first ban. And then I want to see Leviathan pick. Dude, I want to see them pick Ascent. I want to see them pick Ascent, or I want to see if Pearl doesn't get banned, I want to see Leviathan pick Pearl for sure. Liquid only having, like what we said, like not much time to kind of go over that map. If that gets floated, I want to see that get punished. And I think it's going to be interesting for sure for the map VO. But going over to what I did want to see, Ascent. Right, this is let's quickly recap Ascent in terms of these teams. First of all, in terms of bans as well, what I imagine going down is Liquid looked really good at Icebox. Leviathan don't like Icebox, so I can see that going down. And then what do I reckon Liquid are gonna ban? Not entirely sure what Liquid are gonna ban. It's Pearl bind or fracture in my mind. Okay, so let's quickly go over to what I was talking about in terms of Ascent. This is the map I want to see. Like third map, first map. I don't really care. I really hope we get to see it. So in terms of this is Leviathan, they played at 6 with this comp. They've lost once, right? So they lost the first one. They lost double pistol in this as well. This game here. So we got 5 in a row from them winning. And they've looked super dominant on it. They're being some great teams, right? Fnatic, Exit, right? All of these teams, the RX crew, like this is some big wins for them. So really excited to see Ascent, and especially as they're using the triple initiator comp, and that's probably the comp that I've felt looks the most dominant on this map. And this is why it's going to get interesting, because if I'm Liquid looking over towards these guys, you know that they're really good at Ascent, but they also play the same comp that Mech played. So this is a last chance qualifier. I just wanted to bring this up. So this is the same comp, right, that Leviathan like to play. And basically what I just want to kind of show is how well Liquid shut this down. Let me put the sound really low for this so I can just kind of talk.
Scream, you played Breach on this map before. Can you
look how aggressive they go at middle. This triple initiator comp is insane at taking mid control. It takes it really fast. You get like knife here. You can have the arrow at the front, and then you can have a prowler as well. There's a lot. You can even throw. I mean, there's so much. There's so much util that you can do. But normally you're going to see a knife here. You're going to see an arrow here, and then you can see a prowler through. And what happens is you end up up taking, especially Leviathan, do exactly this. These guys handpicked it for what they do. You just take mid-control within the first 15 seconds. The thing that I like from Liquid is they shut this down, and this is just game plan-wise, they shut this down so early. So early. We see this round here, right? They decide to just bonus round, obviously, just go towards middle, just take map control, right? Just get them really scared of taking middle.
His current position
And
and
then,
a
whoop, that's a bit loud. And then this is the fifth round as well, right? So they felt like in the bonus round they had kind of shut down middle, right? They had shut down middle with a bit of pressure here and a pinch over towards short. Good aggression here, and then they actually end up losing this round from middle, right? It was really, again, really nice fake from Mech. Really good round, but they end up losing because of middle. And I'm telling you, mid control, this initiator comp, this triple initiator comp, is all about mid control. It really is. It's all about having mid control. So, and Liquid know that, right? So they lose this round. They lose this round because of it, because they left out middle. And then as you can see, like next round, they really don't want it to happen again. Okay, so obviously knife goes in, like I was talking about. You have Prowler again, and then they even have a recon over towards middle, right? So all the util I was talking about in middle, and then just watch the minimap here, right? We're just going to watch the minimap. As soon as Yampy starts getting into a bit of trouble, right? Just look at the rotation over, right? We got one, we got two, and we're looking at a third guy coming in. Yampy, it does hit a shot, and then you just pause here. There's 3 people here ready to punish mid. So game plan from Liquid, very good in terms of shutting down middle, and how Mech play this map is exactly how Leviathan like to play this map. So super excited to see Ascent. I think because of this game, Liquid are going to feel really confident, really confident in playing Ascent. So I'm excited to see that map. I think it could be great. They have a good game plan, and it looks like they know how to play against this comp. So I'm super excited to see that. I just wanted to highlight this as well. I know this was a while ago. This is when I was in Liquid as well. But with the Ascent as well, this is just them using Phoenix again. This is the last time that we kind of saw Phoenix. This is 14 games here. 14 games. We lost 1 against version 1, right? So we had such a good streak with the Phoenix. Scream feels so comfortable in it, like so comfortable. So yeah, I'm super excited. Again, we're now on a 2-0 in terms of Liquid, right? Where are we? 2-0 in terms of Liquid playing this with the new comp. This wasn't the most convincing, I'll be honest, but this is going to give them a lot of confidence going in. So yeah, I'm super excited for Ascent. Yeah, that's pretty much the map picks. Okay, in terms of like, if I'm just going to go out and give these team percentages of who's going to win, I do think that if somehow in the map pool, Pearl and Ascent are in here, I think Leviathan will win. But if Liquid are good with their bans, which I imagine they will be, I would give this like a 60-40. Maybe I would up this, because maybe I would give this a 45-55, just because the coach of Leviathan is really good for sure. Like Honor is great. I felt like he was the reason the crew was so good last champs, so he's gonna be looking to have a similar run with these guys. So yeah, I'm looking at about a 45-55. But again, if Ascent and I don't know why I'm writing it. If Ascent and Pearl is in the map pool, I think I have to favor Leviathan winning this. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Check out my other videos, subscribe down below, and I will see you on the stream as well. The stream is going to be live. I'm going to be doing all of these games live, and there's going to be a link below. Right, thank you so much.